Most people think data leaks only happen to big companies or careless people. The truth is very different. If you have ever created an email account, signed up for a website, used social media, ordered food online, or logged into an app, your data has already been exposed to risk. You may not feel it, and you may not see it, but leaks happen quietly every single day. The dark web is where much of this leaked data ends up. Not always, but often. This does not mean hackers are personally watching you. It means your information can be collected, stored, sold, traded, or reused without you knowing. The goal of this video is simple: to help you understand how to check if your data has been leaked, what that actually means, and what to do next if it has. We are not going to scare you. We are not going to exaggerate anything. This is not a movie. This is how it really works. First, let's clear up one big misunderstanding. The dark web is not a single place. It is not one website. It is not a giant hacker forum where everything is visible. It is a hidden layer of the internet that requires special software to access. Some of it is used for privacy and journalism. Some of it is used for illegal activity. Data leaks usually appear in private databases, underground forums, or marketplaces where stolen information is exchanged. Most leaked data does not come from someone hacking you directly. It comes from companies being breached. When a website, app, or service gets hacked, attackers often steal user databases. Those databases can include email addresses, usernames, hashed passwords, phone numbers, dates of birth, and sometimes even addresses or payment data. Once stolen, that data does not disappear, it spreads. So how do you know if your data is part of a leak? The first thing you need to understand is what kind of data usually gets leaked. The most common leaked items are email addresses and passwords. Usernames are often linked to emails, so emails are the key identifier. Phone numbers are also common, especially from social media platforms and messaging apps. In more serious breaches, you might see physical addresses, government IDs, or partial payment information, but those are less common and usually tied to very large incidents. Now let's talk about how people actually check for leaks. The safest and most reliable way for regular users is through trusted breach notification services. These services collect publicly known breach data and allow users to search their email address or phone number to see if it appears in any reported incidents. They monitor breach dumps, reports, and confirmed leak sources over time. When you enter your email address, the service checks if it appears in any known breach records. If it does, you will usually see the name of the service that was breached and the type of data exposed. One important thing to understand here is timing. Just because your email does not appear today does not mean it will never appear. Some leaks surface months or even years after the original breach. This is why monitoring matters. Another method involves checking for unusual activity tied to your accounts. This is often the first real sign of a data leak affecting you personally. Unexpected password reset emails, login alerts from unfamiliar locations, messages saying your account was accessed or locked, emails you did not request. These are not random. They usually indicate that someone is testing leaked credentials to see what still works. If you notice this behavior, it does not automatically mean your data is on the dark web, but it strongly suggests your credentials were exposed somewhere. You should also pay attention to spam patterns. When your email is leaked, it often gets added to automated spam lists. A sudden increase in phishing emails, fake security alerts, or messages pretending to be from banks or services is a warning sign. Attackers use leaked emails to craft more convincing scams. Now let's talk about password reuse, because this is where most people get hurt. If you use the same password on multiple sites, a single breach can expose all of them. This is called credential stuffing. Attackers take leaked email and password combinations and try them on hundreds of popular services automatically. They do not need to hack those services. They just log in. This is why you might hear about someone losing their social media account even though the platform was never breached. The password came from somewhere else. Checking for leaks is not just about finding your name in a database. It is about understanding risk. Some people try to directly browse the dark web to search for their data. This is not recommended for most users. Accessing dark web marketplaces or forums carries legal, security, and privacy risks. You can easily expose your IP, download malware, or interact with illegal content without realizing it. You do not need to do this to stay informed. Legitimate monitoring services already track these sources in a safer and legal way. Another option is identity monitoring offered by banks, credit agencies, or security companies. These services scan breach data and alert you if your personal information appears. Some are free, some are paid. They can be useful, especially if you have had sensitive data exposed in the past. Finding your email in a breach does not mean someone is actively targeting you. It means your data was part of a larger incident. The danger comes from inaction. If you respond correctly, the damage is often minimal. Not just on the breach service, but anywhere you reuse that password. This step alone stops most attacks. The second step is to enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. This adds a second layer that leaked passwords cannot bypass. Even if someone has your login details, they cannot access your account without the second factor. The third step is to review account activity. Look for login history, connected apps, sessions, and devices. Log out of all sessions if the option exists. Remove anything you do not recognize. The fourth step is to update your password habits. Use unique passwords for important accounts. This does not mean memorizing dozens of passwords. Password managers exist for a reason. They generate and store strong passwords securely. If financial data is involved, monitor your bank statements and credit reports. Look for unfamiliar transactions. Report anything suspicious immediately. Speed matters in these cases. Now let's talk about one common myth. People think that if their data is on the dark web, it means their life is over. That is not true. Data leaks are extremely common. What matters is response. Most damage comes from people ignoring warnings or delaying action. Another myth is that hackers can see everything about you once your email leaks. That is also not true. Leaks contain specific data sets, not full profiles. One breach might expose emails and passwords, another might expose phone numbers. They are not automatically connected unless reused. This is why security experts focus so much on basic habits: strong passwords, unique credentials, two-factor authentication, awareness. Now let's discuss how often you should check for leaks. It is smart to check periodically, especially if you sign up for new services often. You should also check old email addresses that you no longer use. Many people forget those accounts, but attackers do not. Another overlooked area is mobile numbers. Phone numbers are increasingly used for account recovery and login verification. If your number is leaked, it can be used for phishing, SIM swap attempts, or account takeover attempts. Monitoring your number matters just as much as monitoring your email. Let's also address social media. Social platforms are major sources of data exposure, even without breaches. Public profiles reveal emails, usernames, connections, and habits. Attackers use this information to enhance leaked data. This is called data enrichment. It makes phishing more convincing. Privacy settings matter more than people think. Now, one more important point. Not all leaks are equal. Some breaches expose outdated or encrypted data that is no longer useful. Others expose fresh, plain text credentials. Monitoring services usually indicate the severity of a breach. Pay attention to that. If a breach exposed passwords, act immediately. If it only exposed emails, be alert but calm. Finally, let's talk about prevention, because checking is only half the story. You cannot control which companies get hacked. You can control how much damage that causes you. Use unique passwords. Enable two-factor authentication. Keep recovery emails secure. Avoid clicking links in unexpected messages. Keep your software updated. Be skeptical of urgency. The dark web sounds mysterious, but data leaks are not mysterious at all. They are the result of poor security, outdated systems, and human mistakes. Understanding how leaks work removes fear and replaces it with control. Checking if your data is leaked is not about paranoia. It is about awareness. It is about staying one step ahead instead of reacting after something goes wrong. If you take nothing else from this video, remember this. Data leaks are common. Account takeovers are optional. Your response makes the difference. Stay informed, stay alert, and treat your digital identity with the same care you give to your physical one.